Welcome back to Marwell Manor Farm for episode 28 with me, MrSealyp. Where do we stand here on Marwell Manor Farm at the moment? Well, I've been busy, as I often am. Field 18 has now been cultivated with the Magnum and the... which is this one I've got here? It is so filthy I can't even see. Well, we released the cultivator, didn't we? Anyway, it's only a small one, but that's now been cultivated. Didn't need anything else, but I'm getting some fertiliser on it at the moment. I'm not sure where the spreader's gone, but that's good. Now, field 15 is ready to harvest, which we're just about to start. And if you remember from the previous episode, in storage we have got from field 18... how much sunflower? 137,516 litres. We need 205,000 litres in total, 200,000 for Barry's contract and 5,000 to go with Farm Dog's contract. So we need then 70,000 litres. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, about 70,000 litres, and we'll have enough to do both contracts. So that's where we stand with that. What I've also done on field 19, I've gone over that again. We went over to Cadet Mowing and borrowed the Chrome Big M, and I put the baler on the back, so we've made silage bales, because I had 97 bales left to make for Ben. So what I thought I would do was do the entire field and see how many silage bales I could get. I got to 167 or 157, and it told me, it might be 167, and it told me I couldn't make any more. I had to sell some, because I do still have some straw bales in one of the barns here that have been there since the first couple of episodes. So there's a couple of little patches on here I haven't been able to do, but I have got a lot of silage bales on there, which I'll show you in a minute. What I'm going to do first though is we're going to get the harvester going on this sunflower. I don't think I'm going to get 70,000 litres off of this. It'd be lovely if I did, but I do have field 2, which is now in the process of growing. So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed, we'll see how we get on. It'd be lovely if we could. If I get 70 off this, that would just be brilliant, absolutely mind-blowing. So what I'll be doing is the silage bales off of field 19. I will be taking 97 over to the biogas plant. They're going to be then shipped off, and we'll get paid by Ben, and that'll be all 200 of his, and then the remainder on top, the other 60 something, they're just mine to sell. So I did think about putting them to one side, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sell them all off, and then we'll be moving on to the next contracts, because I've got some more. I kept on referring to JM joinery. It's JN joinery. I've got that contract for 12,000 linear metres of lumber, and that's going to be kind of, I said, ongoing on Mercury, whilst I'm not referring to it very often, because I'm doing logging over on Mercury. That contract is going to be fulfilled every time I sell logs over on Mercury. That lumber is going towards that contract, because 12,000 litres, I'm not doing enough logging on here to get away with it. I just can't. So that kind of works. All good. I do still have, I've got one sheep sitting contract, which I might be helping out with fairly soon. Cows go moo. Odd enough, cows go moo, but it's a sheep contract. And then I've got one for Nathan for cow sitting, and one for Cow Country Farmer. One's for 50 and one's for 38 cows, and that's just for me to look after them for them, but I don't want to do those all in one go. That's a lot. I've got a contract here for Jax for 50,000 litres of corn. I've got one for Ninny for 100,000 litres of sugar cane. What else have I got? I've got a few. Oh, I need to go and check on field 21 as well, the organic barley. To see how that's growing. That should be doing okay. That's had both lots of fertiliser on that, so I can just leave that to grow now, and then when it's ready to harvest, we'll just harvest it. But I will go and check on it in a little while. What do I need? 70,000 litres? I don't know, I might. It's going to be close. I'm not going to be far off, I don't think. Fingers crossed. So what I'm going to do, get to a position where I can set a worker off. That's not always as easy on this field, simply because I've got 3 telegraph poles on this one, so it's always a little bit trickier to get round. But yeah, we'll manage it. It's what we do. Now, Tuesday, the Homer Terra Variant DLC comes out. If you haven't watched my video on the fact sheets that came out the previous 2 Fridays, free to everybody. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to be a season pass holder or anything like that. It's free. And there's a couple of updated versions of the previous Terra Variant and that. All good. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to get this set off so I can get a worker going, and we'll get over to field 19 and start getting some of those silage bales off as well, I think. So I'll see you in a minute over there. Right, the sunflower harvest is off and running. Workers going great guns on field 15, and you'll see what I mean in a second about field 19. I had quite a few rollers, so you know, nothing I can do about that really. We've got a few silage bales, so we're going to fulfil Ben's contract, no problem at all. I'm going to start over here by the fence, because what I also tried to do was a tiny little bit of landscaping to sort out the issue I had with the floating fence posts like that. This is all but worked out fine. We're back to where they should be, but because the bales had gone up against the fence here, I couldn't start digging away at the ground and filling it in and that kind of thing without moving those. So these two need to go first, I think, and then we should be alright. As far as I've leased the lizard, I'll have to go into the store because I can't remember the name of it. This is that menu. The lizard what is it? SP140. It's not, is it? GP140. The GP140 SPBK. It's only about 400 to lease per hour. Well, actually, no, that's the main leasing fee, and after that the hourly rate's only 186. This will only do 22 bales, round bales at a time, rather than the 36 that the Agilenti will do. That said though, there we go, that's those out of the way, I can unload them a lot easier, so that's what we're going to be going with. I know I've done silage bales before, but I'm going to be using, like I say, I'm using a different trailer. You can see where all the bales have been rolling down onto various bits of hedge and fencing and that kind of thing. There's a section of grass there I couldn't get done because I had too many bales. We're okay over here. The interesting section is, as you can see, down the bottom of the hill over this side. I didn't manage to finish that bit off, where they all just rolled down this section and collected in a big pile down there. So the first 97, like I say, will be going off to be sold to Ben, or they're going to go to the biogas plant to then be shipped off and I'll get paid, but you know. And then the rest of them are just for me to sell. So they'll be going over to Southview's farm to the sell point, and we'll get rid of them. So we'll have a nice bit of money in the bank account again. Thinking probably buy another field. That's always an option. I need to get round and get all these cleared. What are we up to? 21 and 22. So what I can do, I think, L1 triangle and then triangle again, we'll do that. strap them on, and we're good to go. Oh, I've got my... What am I doing? I've got my side panel right next to me. I could have just done... I'm so used to... It's getting... Remembering and getting used to the fact that I've got buttons on the side panel to unload, so I could have just literally just pressed 9 on there rather than having to keep doing that. It's weird. So left the biogas plant we go. I just wanted to make sure we got over to the field, and you know, you saw that I have genuinely baled that entire field. Admittedly, using the Chrome Big M with the baler on the back makes life so much easier. I think the fertiliser spread is finished on there. Let me just double check. What are we looking at? Growth and soil composition. Yeah, whole field's done. Okay, that's good. So when 15's been cleared, as we can see over here now, the harvester's turned round because I think it's come up against one of the telegraph poles. Of course it has. I need to rectify that in a second. Then I can cultivate that one because that doesn't look like it needs ploughing or lime. So I can just get straight over there with the cultivator. That's why I've left it here on the Magnum. And we'll get that one ready for the next crop as well. I'm thinking of putting corn in field 18 for Jax's contract. I'm thinking field 2 down here, once we've got the sunflower out of it, of putting sugar beet maybe in that one, or if we make enough money on the silage bales that I'm taking now, I might buy field 3 off of the Batters bees and put sugar beet in, not sugar beet, sugar cane, sorry, in that. Maybe, I don't know, like I say, I have to think. I've got a few crop type contracts still left to do. But what am I doing now? Let's get these taken. So I will now see you then, hopefully a bit richer. I do need to fertilise field 19. I've got a mowing contract for this garden here on the left. Can't remember off the top of my head who that's for, but when I do that one, we'll discuss it when we get to there. Just trying to rectify the issue around the telegraph poles. I'm wondering, you know, whether or not this header's going to need... Actually, let's just double check. Garage, it's the least header, isn't it? Yep, needs repair. I thought it might. I've had that going for a little while. What I think I might do is run a strip down this way, give myself a bit better turning room this end, so we'll do that. Right, cool. So I've got 2 loads have gone into the trailer now, so that's now what is it, 14.5, isn't it? So that's 29,000 litres. I reckon we might do it, you know. Good stuff. Nice. I thought with the next load on my way out, if I come this way I can check on field 21 on my way out. I have changed the camera and oh, that's not ready to harvest, is it? Oh, blimey. Field 21. Fruit type, barley, growth. Oh, blimey, it is. Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing after I've done the sunflower harvest. Yeah, I have changed my... Where are we? Dynamic vehicle camera. I've turned it off. I always had it on. And I suppose that you just kind of get used to it, don't you? So that the vehicle would move around and your head kind of stays stationary and everything moves around you. But I think what I ended up losing was that feel that when you're going up a hill, so what would happen now is the camera would tilt forward, but you lose that feeling of the fact you're going up a hill. And if you turn on a hillside and you're tilted to one side, you lose that sensation. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. I think I prefer it like this. All this time I've been playing it with the camera the other way, and I just thought, well, you know what, let's just try and see how it goes. Doesn't mean you haven't got to keep adjusting the camera when you're doing field. I don't know, it's like it. Okay, so anyway, I'm carrying on. The next 22 bales, they're off on the way, and the sunflower harvest is still continuing. I have a full load of 59,000 litres of sunflowers, or sunflower seeds anyway, off of field 15, which means the 70,000 I needed to give me 205 in total, I'm 11,000 short. The harvester has just finished. I need 11,000. Open that cover up and then I'll be there. Am I going to need to use field 2 or not? I haven't checked. I was literally driving over with this and it came up in the corner, just said workers complete this task. I was like, oh, okay. This time. There we go. Let's see, shall we? Oh, that reminds me. I've got to go and collect 30,000 litres of TMR, haven't I, for that contract payment. I forgot about that. What one was that for? That was the archery targets, wasn't it? The stallion. I haven't done that yet. So, what have we got? So I've just moved the harvester to here, so I know. I need 11. Come on, 11. If we get 11, it does mean field 2 is kind of redundant, but I'll still harvest it once it's ready. If we don't, I'm going to need field 2. Oh, it's getting close. I'm looking. 10. Yes, we've done it. But only just 13.4. So we got 73,000 litres of sunflower off this field. That's not bad at all. I have actually grabbed a cultivator from here swung it round and just started, because I need to get a couple of headlands in again before I can set a worker off cultivating. So we're rolling these fields over. We need to get them kind of going as quick as possible and ready for the next thing. Wow, okay, that's fantastic. Well, that does mean that Barry's contract for 200,000 litres of sunflower will be fulfilled. That will be shipped off to you ASAP. And 5,000 litres of sunflower needs to go with 5,000 litres of wheat and 5,000 litres of barley to go to Farm Dog, Bob and Sid for their dog biscuits enterprise. Just saying that, make sure I don't run over deliveries. Excellent stuff. What I will do is I'll unload first just to see what we've got in total, then I'll refill this trailer completely because this will need to go off to be shipped. So we'll unload first. And we have got how much in storage? 209,921 litres. We needed 205 in total. So we only did it by a little bit, but then like I said, we've still got the whole of field 2 available. So it was a good call getting that other field, because I really wasn't sure if we'd get enough off of field 15. And I'm glad I did. Right, so what we're going to do now is fill that with sunflower. Hang on a minute. Oh no, that's all right. All the barley's over at Southviews Farm, isn't it? I suddenly thought, we haven't got any barley, what are we going to do? Right, so let's fill that. This will be winging its way to you, Barry, as requested. So where do we stand at the moment? It is just gone 4 o'clock. As you've seen, the cultivating is now carrying on field 15. We have shipped the sunflower to Barry. We were getting just over 1,000 for 1,000. It was 1,100 for 1,000 litres we were getting. Now he did say in his contract he would pay 50% above the market value, which technically means I got 200 and something thousand pounds for selling it all, or actually more than that. Which technically I should get another 100,000 on top, but I'm going with what the market value was because that's the fairest way of doing it. Plus we've sold all of the bales apart from what I've got here. Now what I've got here, I took the liberty, when I say took the liberty, it's my own field, but you know, I took the liberty of that last bit of grass here that hadn't been cut. I mowed it and baled it, and weirdly enough, and I don't know how this has worked, we've actually managed to get another 22 bales out of that. So unload there, onto the trailer, then straps on, and this is going to go, these are mine, so these are just to be sold. The biogas ones were all taken over to the biogas plant, they're shipped. So yeah, we're all up to where we should be. 704,000, that's not a bad payday for all that sunflower, all of the silage bales. We've done alright. I'm really pleased with that. Not a bad day's work. Well, say day, afternoon I guess. We've been busy now. No, that's been it. I suppose, yeah, technically the whole day. What we need to do now is, I'll go out this way rather than going, I shouldn't really be driving past the Lord of the Manor's house. Not with a fully loaded bale trailer, I suppose. It's probably not the best way of doing it. So next episode, I think that field there needs harvesting, and that's going to be for the Knob Crook Brewery. It's actually just up the road. If we turn up this way, sorry, it was my fault. Wasn't looking. I do apologise. Yeah, if you carry straight on along this road, past the store, and then past all the sell points and keep going, there's a T-junction. If you take a right further on, this is in real life, there's a place, I'm sure it's called Knob Crook or Knobs Crook, anyway, that's where the brewery is, and that's where the barley will be heading, the organic barley they asked for. Slow. Let's get some lights on. Starting to get to that bit where the sun's dipping. It's only 4 o'clock. It's going. What we'll do as well is field 18. We're going to start seeding, planting. I think we're going to do corn in that one. I kept saying sugar beet in the last episode. I meant sugar cane. I know we don't normally grow sugar cane in the UK. We don't normally do cotton, and we did alright on that. So we'll see how we go. We did alright with that. So this is all just to sell. This is all mine. All to sell. All profits. Lovely. Now, what I'll do is we'll ignore any chickens we run over. Don't worry about them. No chickens were harmed in the making of this video, I promise. And any that were jolly good eating. Right, let's see if we can get around a little bit. Oh, it's selling them already. Okay, oh yeah, of course. Straps off. So we made 15, 8, 22, 23, 25 grand. Whoa! That's not bad. We'll take that. Right. That's all of that done. That's the silage barrel contract done. So that's another 2 contracts knocked on the head. Barrage is done and Ben's is done. We have now got all the stuff we need for doing Farm Dogs contract. So I'll need to put that. What I'll do is convert. I'm just thinking, if I convert this smaller trailer, because at the moment it's out as a flatbed, if we take that and put the sides back on, and we'll ship 5,000 litres of sunflower, wheat and barley and that'll be the farm dog contract done as well. Wow, okay. Not bad. So what I need to do then is make sure the cultivating's continuing on field 15. That's going to need fertilising, and then we need to get some planting done. I want to try and get the planting done before nightfall. That way we can get some growth overnight. I don't want to wait till the morning and then plant, because then, you know, we're just kind of pushing the schedule further back, or schedule, depends where you're from. This bale trailer was great. I think I might go with the Adjuranti one. If you want to shift more, and you're going to use an auto load trailer, the Adjuranti one does 36. So realistically, you know, you're probably better off doing that. If you want, I suppose it all comes down to what you prefer. Really, it doesn't matter, does it? What you like and what you want to do. So that can go back. Does that need a repair? £1. I'm sure we can afford that. Let's return that. Fantastic. The cedar. Where is that? Oh, it's in the barn, isn't it? Right, we'll go and grab that. We'll get that switched to corn. I think what we're going to do now then, because we've got sunflower, and by the morning the sunflower here in field 2 will be ready to harvest. The harvester I've moved. I think we're going to buy field 3 from the Battersby. So what we need to do is go on here, press on that. Field 3 is that one there, which is worth 150. Oh, I thought it was 132. 152. It's outrageous. Blimey. Okay. I think we're probably going to buy it. I mean, technically it's already bought. It was owned so I could use it. The Battersby gave me permission. Same as with field 5. Technically, according to this, we own that as well. I have to do that so we can use the field. That's not my field either. That was the one we put the cover crop in. So what I can do now then is actually, if I transfer 152 grand out the bank account, then we own that one, which I think I might do. And why not? Why not indeed? So I say the harvester's here, but I don't know whether or not we might. Oh, I'm just thinking, so we're going to get clobbered for another day's lease of the Helianthus header, aren't we? Well, maybe before midnight, if that sunflower's ready to harvest, I might just harvest that off screen. Excuse me. You might have noticed on this episode I've had a bit of a frog in my throat, a bit of a croaky voice. That's the kind of remnants of that cold. It just doesn't want to go. I feel much better myself, but it just will not shift. Anywho, let's grab the planter. Maybe that started too. Hopefully we've got some seed left in it. I think we have. If I grab the front tank as well. $1,717 there. Hopefully we've got some left in here. I can't remember from the last time we used it. Oh no, nothing. You know what? That's the second time that's happened. I'm sure I had seed left in that. It seems that when I saved the game and come out and come back, whatever seed was in that planter seems to have gone, unless I'm just misremembering. But I don't want it on sunflower, we want it on corn. That's right, isn't it? Not cotton. So I just go past it. There we go. And put it on corn. I'll have to go and get some more seeds in it then. Not a problem. Right, let's open this out. And let's get corn in the ground. Turn it on. Drop it down. And away we go. Now I had completely forgotten that I'd fertilised it after the harvest, so then I cultivated and then fertilised again. That's why it's on dark blue. I forgot that I'd fertilised it initially straight after harvest. So unlike field 15, I'm cultivating it now and it hasn't had a fertilising state on it yet. So that one will probably need, I don't know what crop to put in field 15 actually. I don't want to put sugarcane in that because that would be way too much sugarcane for what I've been asked for. I'm doing extra corn because I have an unusual contract from Stefan, and I've been kind of holding off on it because I wasn't sure what crops I was going to do throughout the entire Let's Play. But he did ask me for corn and sugarcane. The fact I'm going to do sugarcane now and I've got a corn contract, that's why I'm thinking if I do a lot of this and do a fair bit of sugarcane, I can cover that contract as well. I'll talk about that one again, that'll be at a later date because that's an interesting one, something a little bit different. The imagination of you guys out there is just incredible, it really is. And away we go, we are flipping fields at quite a rate. So I say next time, probably by the morning, if the bank transfer has gone ahead, we'll be 152 grand lighter in the bank account. But having done all that work with the sunflower and selling the silage bales off, we can afford to. So rather than just leasing the Battersby's field or just using it, you know, a little bit kind of carte blanche, you know, we will actually own it. That's the fairest way of doing it, I think. I suppose, what time is it? 4:15. It's that dilemma of recording as well. I don't know. I could go over and do field 21 now and harvest that barley straight out of it, but the problem is I'm going to start losing the light. You can already see the lights going. From certain angles it's okay, from others it's not so great. I don't really want to be recording in half light when it's not brilliant. But I'm just thinking it's only 4 o'clock and I'm wasting a lot of the day when I could actually get that harvest done probably. We'll see. Next episode I'm definitely going to be doing that barley harvest on field 21. Whether it's the rest of today or whether it'll be tomorrow morning, I don't know yet. It might be the rest of the day. I'm going to get this seeded and then we'll decide from there. I haven't really got that far yet. I just wanted to get the sunflower done in this episode, so getting the sunflower done, all those silage bales moved and getting some cultivating done and now getting this planted, that's a win. That's an absolute win as far as I'm concerned. Happy days. And so, with that, I think we've come to the end of another episode. Contracts are toppling quickly, we're getting through them. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.